Hello, hello. Welcome. We're here. We're live, I feel like. Yeah, I think so. We're live. Let me just make the last checks, which are very, very important. Like, maybe open up the chat if, in case anyone wants to say anything, so I don't have to look at this small... Oh, yeah, exactly what I was talking about. How's it going, my man? Okay, lineup. Yeah, so today's goal, get Nevada, be prepared for USS Texas. I don't think I'm gonna... Or I might make a devblog on her tomorrow. For now, for today, I am a little bit too tired to do this shit. Or just do today and upload tomorrow. We'll see after the stream. For now... The notification... Nice, finally notifications are working. Good to know that for some people... that they work for some people. Pretty much not for everyone. Okay, let's start the grind. And yes, I do remember about me promising to spend 6 million SL just to get that summer buckets, etc. I just want to be ready, prepared, not ready. That's two different things. Also, we're doing 6.0 simply because at 6.0 we have less chances of getting battleships on both teams. At 6.3 or 6.7, like with, what's it called? Wyoming or Newport News. No chance we're not getting 7.0. For today's drink of the stream, we have hot cocoa. This is pretty much every stream I have to prepare something to drink for myself, and every day it's something different. It's tasty at least. Amazing drink, I wish I had that. Well, to be honest, it's not that hard to do. I bought like the cocoa powder to grind, something like that. Like, I don't know, there's a few dozen grams in here. I'm broke. Oh, costs you like almost nothing. You just need to heat up some milk, drop. I have pretty big cup, it's almost like half a liter, so like two spoons of cocoa, half a spoon of sugar, and there you have it, the hot milk. I don't like very sweet things. I mean, I like them, but not to the extent. And also, today I went to do some groceries, and to be honest, I got astonished in a very bad way Because I went to the shopping center, I don't know, the shopping gallery, however you wanna call it. So I thought to myself, why the hell should I not buy me some coffee? So I went to the nearest coffee shop, see the prices, and decided, yeah, I'm just gonna make my own coffee and that is gonna be way better and cheaper. Yeah, mole. I think that depends on whether you're speaking British English or American English. To differentiate between mall and center. Because I feel like both are valid, but that just depends on dialect which you're speaking. Not a very knowledgeable thing called shopping center. Yeah, like I said, both are correct, I feel like. Just center is more, I don't know, for me it's more of this big agglomeration of shops, food, and stalls in between in one place, because it's a center for shopping, and the mall is more of like a small version of it, not the bigger, but you don't have that many stuff in it. At least that's for me. So sometimes I go to mall, sometimes I go to center, and I pretty much think that these are actually synonyms. The struggles of being ESL. When you feel like you're correct, but you still are not certain about that. I haven't gone to a shopping center, but I've been in a mall a few times. Yeah. Everything's filled before you. How the things are closed in it though. And that sucks. That actually sucks. But like they say, some things close, some things will open on the place. Okay, secondaries, could you like try go for that? Thank you. Finally. They're for a few months, then they close forever. I mean, it's pretty hard to open a successful business, so that's maybe why. It's not like I haven't opened one myself. Neither I think I will. A store that they haven't closed in years, like Macy's or a clothing store. Clothing stores do tend to be prosperous, whether it's like brand stuff or almost, or the second-hand shops. They're almost always prosperous. Nice collateral damage on Eugen. Of course. Of course. It's a battleship that shoots... Okay, that's Bayern. So I technically can penetrate it. Maybe kill. It's just gonna be very, very hard to do. They'll... Okay. Oh, the struggles of being in a very big ship. No, go full back. Okay. Yep, it's over. Still did better than I expected. Somehow I have yet to fight this battleship. I don't wanna. Really don't wanna. Where is that, Andrea? Oh, here. So we are screwed. I've been in a mall just to watch movies sometimes. But yeah, they do have that. Some of them, at least. Some of them pretty much. I know that centers have them, malls don't tend to, at least here. But yeah, quite a few of them have cinemas in it. Quite good cinemas, mind you. Not like these private, small stuff. I have nothing against the small cinemas. They have this unique atmosphere surrounding them and in them, but a lot of the times they are just not providing new experiences. Like, if you want to watch some classics or some indie movies, you probably go to the small-ish cinemas. If you want to watch some premiere stuff, if you wanna go watch some new Avengers or yet another superhero movie, then you go to the big commercial ones. Both are valid, but for different reasons. 4,500 for pretty much 6. Yeah, I don't get how that works. So this is 443. Yeah, I just don't get it. How in the same ship in Baltimore at 6.0 I get 4,500 for with booster, yet when I play... Hello, glad to the stream. Welcome. The stream has just begun. We're only one match into it, so there's still quite a few to come. If I want to watch a new movie, I just wait for it to be rentable and then rent it and watch it and return it. That is valid. But for that you would need to have a nice TV or at least a PC with the disk station. The disk reader. I forgot how it's called. Or a console, because, well, Blu-rays are a thing. So either new Xbox or PS. It's like a few dollars and I have a decent TV and my laptop has one. Yeah, so for me, I have none of that. Neither I have a decent TV on me because I have no place to actually store it, nor I have a disk reader anymore. Goodbye the external one. But for the few movies that I watch in a year, I just either go to cinema with my friends or watch them online on a very reliable and very legal sites that I won't disclose for obvious reasons. Wink wink. Same stuff when it comes to anime. If I watch them, I watch them... The two in Minecraft. Oh yeah, in Minecraft. Yeah, sure. Yeah. I don't emulate or download stuff in Minecraft. But yeah, for the same reason I do the same stuff for anime, because it's pretty expensive here. Well, not pretty expensive, but if I want to get all of the... Good, because I just watched the stream after doing the Thunder Naval. I think it's really fun. Yeah, it is. I will go tomorrow for a run. Of watching anime on good state with no ads for free in GTA. Oh no, in GTA it doesn't work. GTA is pretty much very illegal stuff. So I don't play GTA. We don't do that in GTA. Yeah, if I wanted to, for example, to sum up, if I want to get all the sites, so Netflix, Crunchyroll, Funimation, HBO Go, Hulu, Amazon, and I'm already on 6 sites, then there's probably a few more that I would have to pay. Then I would have to pay for VPN, for a good one, because half of the stuff is locked here in Poland. So I would either have to go for the US VPN or or the UK VPN, because sometimes both are region locked for each other, some shows. Then if I want to watch classics, there's besides a few, there is no way for me to watch them actually. So sadly, but not it's not for me. It's not because I'm broke, but it's because the amount that I watch is not that big, and I know that how many of the actual money that goes into those companies end up in the original creators' pockets, and that's not a lot. You want to pay for 6 streaming services, exactly. Especially, I don't want to pay for 6 streaming services if I watch one stuff on them for half a year or something. Would have to pay, I don't know how many that's in dollars, but I don't want to pay $5 or $6 a month just to watch one show. I know I should, but I don't. If we want to support the original creators, like the authors or so, then I pretty much just buy a light novel or manga or the Blu-ray. And I know that for them, for that, like pretty much every cent goes to the original creators. So I just use 9 anime in Minecraft. Just bring an ad blocker with you. 9 anime sucks because of the ads, etc. I use different sites that are actually very, very legal in Minecraft. So no, don't worry. Everything's alright. Okay. I feel like I'm getting bamboozled by that moped with 3 ad blockers, so there is no ads anywhere. Just one's fine for me. Really? No assists? Okay. Okay. Now I have to deal with renown. Well, sounds like a nice match is coming. It's amazing watching anime without learning that there are singles in my area. Oh yeah, they just sadly disappear somehow after you get an ad blocker. Just want to meet them, and when you're finally ready, they're not there. At least when you disable the ad blocker, they return ready to mingle. For the disclosure, please don't click on any suspicious websites like that. Or did I can get the 9 from 11 if I complete a survey? Oh no, those sites died a long time ago. Even with the... Even with the utmost care, you pretty much don't see those sites anymore. Red blockers. Whatever makes you happy. 3 is a little bit of overkill for me. That's okay. Oh no. I've run out of my drink. Whatever shall I do? Surely something. Oh, and I've run out of water. No. Okay, that's unfortunate actually. Okay, please, please. Okay, please don't target me. Is just right, because some of the ad blocker can pass through the site that say please disable your ad blocker. For that I actually run a DNS script, so it's easier for that. But instead of installing 3 ad blockers, I just have one DNS script that basically bypasses everything and makes one ad blocker work like a normal ad blocker. Which is something I just copied over from the internet, and it surprisingly worked. God, I sound like I have a lisp or some other weird. I just wanna see this guy. Level 100, plays pretty much everything like normal, but this is where it gets weird. So that's 3 main are Helena, Moffat and Cowell. Oh well. Nice, this one called the best ad blocker. Something is called the best. They probably aren't the best. I learned it the hard way. Oh boy, the situation is not good. By not good, I mean completely screwed. Or you can make things disappear with it and never see it again. Have been using it for 3 years. Okay. I might give it a try. Cleveland or Fargo? Like Cleveland would be a better choice. I mean Fargo would be a better choice than Cleveland. At least for now. That's a battle cruiser, that's a battle cruiser, that's something we don't touch. The times where I could just spam my HE against a battle cruiser and it would magically... Okay, okay. I'm done. I'm actually done. Gamida. Dude somehow skipped over. Oh, here it is. Still 3 battles. Okay. It looks a bit more normal. This is the one with 10 million users and quarter of a million reviews. Just say 250,000, it's easier. But if it's that good, then I might give it a try. Maybe it's better than what I'm doing now. It has 285,000. Okay. Like, it does make me visualize stuff better with that. That time, that's just me. I need to trim my mustache. Yeah, I know, random thought, but I just ate like some of my mustache hair and it's not tasty, I have to say that. I've eaten better things. Get some ads, they make no sense. Ads typically are just designed to make you click on them just because they are abstract, absurd, or they're interesting. If they make you click, then they won. That's basically what's the marketing all about. Doesn't need to make sense. You can just have an ad for ramen or I don't know, for something that has the most epic romance drama ever, and at the end the protagonists just come and settle on a romantic dinner with some ramen. And that's basically the ad. It has nothing to do with the product, almost. Most of the time it's about this either lifestyle or this plot. And only after that you get to see the product and you're left wondering what the hell was that and why is it so popular. That's why, for example, when it comes to ads, like the luxurious brands, be it Armani, be it Louis Vuitton. So, for example, they are trying to sell you a lifestyle, not a product. For them, it's better because they are presenting you possibility. Just buy our perfume and ladies will come to you in a flock. Just buy this perfume and you're gonna be the most successful businessman in the world. That's how they do it. And a lot of people are going for that. Also, the price is there for a reason. It's not like they couldn't make them cheaper. They could, but then they would be remembered for being a cheap brand. And if they're a pretty much expensive, luxurious brand, then it's about the inaccessibility in some way. Those who can afford are those that statistics, and they make you feel special. Something like that. I just studied marketing a little bit. Okay, so for the crappy fight where I did pretty much no damage, less than half of the score, 1 kill, 2 assists, 1 death, and 1 airplane destroyed, with the same 15% booster, I got 7.1 thousand just because we won. And for the game where I did great, I was in the first place, destroyed 6 vessels, 2 assists, more damage, more awards, more activity, more time played. I got 4.5. Someone explain that to me, because my brain wants to go to Hungary and punch some developers in the face. Oh, Vic is in the game. Probably. Okay, is he playing? Yeah, he's playing USA. My friend was really panicking today about the new devblog when USS Texas dropped. He was like, God damn it, it's probably gonna be after Nevada or after Arizona, and I don't have any of those. So he started grinding USA from today. Now on. He's probably not watching, but I know. He might just DM me for whatever reason or ping me on a Discord server. Who knows, who knows. But for now, 7-0. We are screwed. Okay, I feel like it's safe to spawn now. You can buy a Louis Vuitton white t-shirt, but for at least $500, it's a big steal and you will get bullied. For Louis Vuitton? I don't think you will get bullied for Louis Vuitton. Same with stuff like Versace. Or any of that, like Prada, etc. More for the cheap premium brands like Supreme, something like that. Or in the States the fashion is completely different and I don't get it how. Because here a lot of people spend $500 for a white t-shirt. Yeah, that's a different thing, but you don't spend for that for t-shirt, you spend that for brand. You're never spending $500 for a t-shirt, you're always spending $500 for a Louis Vuitton t-shirt. There's a difference. You can buy a t-shirt for, I don't know, $5 or so, but it's only a white t-shirt. But if you... And you cannot brag to your friends or whoever about that. But if you buy the Louis Vuitton, maybe the same white t-shirt, because probably it is the same white t-shirt. produced in the same Singapore's, Taiwanese factory. But at least it's a Louis Vuitton. You can say that you own something from Louis. That's, like I said, lifestyle and a brand, not the product. And that's the best advertisement. Same stuff with the watches, like Rolex, for example. Compare Rolex to Casio. Both companies make watches. One make cheap and expensive watches, and the second, so Rolex, make only expensive watches. Watches. Which one is more popular in the general opinion? Probably everyone heard about Casio's watches, but they are like, ah, yeah, it's like $10 or something like that. But when you say you own a Rolex, now that's where the fun begins. Like, did someone buy it for you? You got it for your own money, you saved money for it. Now you're more invested in it. And we don't talk about the nerds or something like that when it comes to watches, because there's quite a few of them. And they can be invested like, okay, what's the model, etc. I don't want to tell my friends that I wasted $500 for a t-shirt and I have a white tee on me and it's from word, okay, from my pronunciation will probably kill it, from Sperm. I need to go back to primary school. I have wrote in Shapir to me, bro. Yeah, okay. Okay, I believe you. Didn't understand that last sentence after the parenthesis, but okay. Okay, I get you. At least a little bit. The brand white and red tee and text, and they have stickers. Ah, the Supreme. The Supreme. Supreme. That's how you spell it. So that's the crappy premium cheap brand that I've been talking about. The memeable one. It's pretty expensive here, and this is the brand that you will get bullied if you own it. Not Louis. The same with stuff like Calvin Klein underwear. They are so common, yet they are still so expensive that when you own it, it's still like a sign of good taste. But at the same time, not every stuff is good for you. I just read how you say this, the spare meme. Okay, I'm sorry for laughing, but that shit is hilarious. I'm sorry. Oh boy, I sure would love to have my bridge online. I'm sorry I can't spell for the life of me. Have you been tested for dyslexia or something? Because you strike me... I laugh about every time. Nah, but because you strike me as a person who has undiagnosed dyslexia or something. So yeah, let's have a good laugh, but then remember that sometimes it's not only about that. Okay, who the hell is shooting at me? No, not you. No, that one. Oh boy, what a fun game. As always, I love War Thunder, and I love top tier War Thunder. Makes me wanna just cry and do some bad things to developers. I'm gonna say it right away. Inviting Chinese to the global server was the worst idea Gaijin did and will do for a very, very long time. I have nothing against Chinese players, but if they're in their own hermetic environment, then they cannot bother us with cheats. And that's what's mostly about. Weeks ago I couldn't spell crystals and I thought they were spelled as crystals. I'm stupid and probably dyslexic. The disorder where you can't read shit. Yeah, just what I said, like, you probably are dyslexic or something, but you were not diagnosed. Yet. Like... It's not that bad. It's where I can spell sometimes. Yeah, you did. You just spelled sometimes. Good job. Good job. Not the hardest word that I can think of, but sometimes tell me a word and I'll try to spell it. Oh, you don't wanna test me. You don't wanna test me, because then if someone tells me like do that and I'll show you, or ask me to do that thing and I'll show you, then my brain goes completely haywire and just straight up into a bullying mode where I'm like, okay, what's the hardest thing I can think of that I can make the other person do? And a lot of the times it is pretty hard, but okay, let's be a little bit easy on ya. Okay, what about maybe the old name of the Istanbul, so spell for me Constantinople, which is pretty hardish but still easy word. Like, I don't know why Constantinople came to my mind, but it's not as hard as, I don't know, what I thought about at first was supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. And I know I cannot write this thing. So... oh boy. So why is that renowned following me? Unstoppable. Close-ish, but a bit far. Constantinople. I know my pronunciation makes it worse because I have this hard accent or thick accent, which I'm grinding myself a lot of the times, so don't you worry. You're not the only one who has some difficulties. Like I said. Oh boy, I know I'm... so it's the same for you. You are understandable and probably you speak way better than I do. So don't you worry. I can spell the words on text most of the times, but when it comes to pronouncing stuff, I tend to omit something, I tend to mispronounce it. And as someone who speaks a lot, it's kinda cringeworthy that after all these years that I've been studying and learning English, I've yet to, and like even try to fix my accent. I can even spell Prada. It's P-A-R-D-A. P-A-R-D-A. Prada. But that's not an English word, so I'm giving you a benefit of a doubt. Some people can spell Europe or something, so it's not that bad. Okay, that was a big boom. Oh, hello, Komuna. English is the only language I know, and I don't know how to spell half of the words. I have to use autocorrect on my phone. Oh, don't worry. Pretty much there are people in every country speaking every language that you can think of that do the same and they don't feel bad about themselves. Don't you worry, just embrace that. Even at least you know that you don't know how to speak half of the words, and that's why you're ahead of them. Some people really mispronounced stuff in Polish and they think that they are correct. So that's what baffles me. And what else is baffling me is that my frames just decided to die and cap themselves on 30. You grinding for Texas? I'm grinding to be prepared for Texas, Rick. So at least I wanna get pretty close to be done with Nevada. and hopefully start on... I don't know, I feel like Texas is not interested in America. Me neither. I am not that interested in America, but well, here's the stuff called being a content creator like myself and getting Texas ASAP, so I can cover it and get views and get more people to see my stuff. That's why tomorrow I'm dropping the Texas devblog, which I'm gonna be analyzing Texas a little bit. Also because Texas is one of the few battleships that I know about and care in the US, but it's not Iowa. Because pretty much for now, the only battleship that well, I cared about and I've been interested in was Iowa. Because Iowa was cool and also because I'm a huge weeb and Kankola ruined Iowa for me with this blonde, big, titted. Very nice design. I recommend 8 out of 10. And it's like that. If something more interesting drops for, I don't know, let's say Germany, like Bismarck, or for Japan, Italy, France, especially for France, because I do enjoy France, then I'm probably just gonna skip US and go for the other nation. For now, I am pretty much up to date for all the other nations besides Italy and US. In US, I'm currently at what? 6.0, 6.7 with Wyoming, which I don't play extensively because Wyoming sucks. I was about to get, what's it called, Alaska, yet I've stopped because then I realized I had to go for the Brooklyn, Pittsburgh, and then Alaska, so it's a little bit too much of a hassle. Since the grind for US is so long for me. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like I could do twice the speed when it comes to US playing, I don't know, Japan with the same 6.0 stuff that I play currently. And without premium, without boosters, just the premium account that I have and those ships. Don't get me wrong, I like some of the ships on American side, but most of them are really not interested, or not making them interested. They're okay-ish, and that's it. That's how I pretty much would sum up the whole American tech tree, besides, I don't know, Alaska, which is an interesting design as one of the few large cruisers that existed. That it's good, but bland. They have quite alright torpedoes, they have quite potent guns, they have quite good armor, they have quite good battleships, they have everything quite good, but they are not excelling in anything. And their designs is just a bit of a... on a boring-ish side. I feel like for a nation that invested in naval development, both when it comes to old and new stuff, if all navy except America only destroyers. Yeah, that's what I felt about America for a long time. But for US, for, like I said, for a nation that invested in naval development for centuries of existing, pretty much 3 of them, it's not like they are making it easier for building not very appealing ships. Like, Britain has this besides a few superstructures, but for battleships they have very nice designs. The Japanese modernized stuff like the Fusos or Kongo, the pagoda masts or Nagato, they're very, very beautiful. I like them. Italy has some decent designs, same with France. Germany has nice cruisers, I guess. I like their cruisers, I don't like their battleships that much. Not saying that I don't like the look of German battleships is like saying nothing, because the only German battleships that were used during World War II was the Bismarck class, so not a lot of them. Basically 2 of them, and then 2 Dreadnought Deutschland class. So the Schleswig-Holstein that shot the first shots of World War II. But still, I don't like their doctrine, I don't like their designs. Nice. I have no beef with someone who says the Germany is their favorite nation, or US is their favorite nation when it comes to designing a battleship or basically every other class. But not for me. For me, I would put the big 3, so the 3 that were in the naval development since the beginning of time, so British, French and Japanese, with Japan being the first, then Britain, then France, then very close Italy. I like Swedish designs. Their designs are nice. What I don't like are US designs, German designs and Soviet designs for the big major modern naval powers. By modern, I mean the 20th century. Calling them boring or bland, it does a justice in quite a few examples. It's not as bad as it could be. And yes, Soviets did have nice designs, mainly bought from Italians like Tashkent, or designing them after the war, so like the Project 56. This looks nice, I have to say. Like, I can find pretty much everyone can find their favorite ship, their favorite something in all the nations. It's very hard not to find something interesting when it comes to army or history, if you're interested in that. If you're just not a big fan of history and this sort of stuff, then okay, I'm not gonna force anyone to become interested. It's not the point. History is presented as boring as it is for now, let's not make it even more boring. I still am salty about how history is presented in pretty much every history class and every school and every learning course that I've heard about, that I've talked about. It's already been an hour, wow. Oh, don't you worry, it's gonna be 2 hours more. With me being gradually less responsive. But at least until my soft cap of 3 hours, I can remain somewhat active and energetic. I mean, somewhat. Don't expect a lot from me. Like, you can, but if I can provide that entertainment for you, then I'm glad. Where are our battleships? Okay, 2 Scharnhorsts. One is standing here, second is non-existing. Okay. Oh, there it is. B. I feel like the history would be way more interesting when it comes to learning stuff. When, well, first teachers would have to be more interested in the subject they are teaching, which is very hard to do. Very hard. Let's go, I can read this fine, but I can't spell, or I just forgot to read a word for some reason. Ah, don't you worry. Good job. Because going back to the topic, so let's just finish that sentence and move on. For some goddamn reason, a lot of the teachers are just like, okay, I'm here, I'm not interested in what I'm teaching, and you have to learn from me. Very good example. 10 out of 10 would go and study in that class. Instead of employing some new ways to teach, they are just relying on the good old textbooks. And it's not like textbooks are bad, but as every book in school, it's surrounded History Channel. If only. Also, History Channel sucks when it comes to teaching the proper history, because a lot of the stuff there is just speculations. But at least, I don't know, try to make it more engaging by music, by showing movies, examples, clips. Of course, where you can, because I don't demand that you should show a movie about prehistorical times where everyone was just a caveman. Because besides a few, they don't exist. So you don't have to do that, but when it comes to modern times, so from 20th century onwards, which first of all, I don't know about all the other schooling systems, like in the US or in Europe, like the English one, French one, etc. Besides the few words that I've heard. So I don't know the detailed ones. It's like they don't use a lot of the stuff they could. Like I'm sorry, but for the, like when they do that and like when they explain it. And the inside and stuff. Like when 9th grade history teacher was like that, and it was amazing. Yeah, just first of all, teacher has to be interested in what they are teaching. That's the first and most important requirement. I know hard to do it, but manageable. You get Nagato? Not that I know of. Not yet. Probably not this patch. Last patch we got Issa, and that's why Nagato won't be coming soon-ish. By the way, about the files that existed in the game for quite a few years, etc. I feel like I've about the British battlecruiser with 2 times 18-inch guns, just like Glorious. 18-inch? You sure it's 18-inch? Like, don't get me wrong, but isn't 18-inch 400 something? 480? Let me check. 18-inch. Yeah, 18-inch is the Yamato class guns. Even bigger, because 18-inch is 457 millimeters. So 460 was the Yamato class. The British had a battlecruiser with 2 times 18. Okay, anti-inch naval gun. Okay, BL 18-inch Mark 1 naval gun. The guns was a scaled-up version of BL 15-inch Mark 1 naval guns, and was developed to equip the large light cruiser, a form of battlecruiser Furious. Yes, HMS Furious was a carrier. Only 3 guns were built, but they did not see combat with Furious before they were removed from her and transferred to the Lord Clive class monitors, General Wolfe, and Lord Clive for coast bombardment duties. Also, okay, so they were that. Yeah, they turned it into an aircraft carrier. Yeah, I see. Okay, so would it really be interesting with a ship with like a singular turret? Because from what I saw, it was basically that, just a singular gun on one turret. So that would be an interesting design, for sure, on the Furious. Not sure it would be a design that I would want to get into the game. It would be pretty crappy. Just look at Glorious. So okay, I've been educated. British made 18-inch guns, so British made the guns of the caliber of Yamato guns. Though they would probably be very, very slow and not very fun to play with. So I don't think we would get something like that. Maybe, just maybe. Okay, you know what? Since I'm at it, I just need to get a little bit more of the money than to not be in the red. I have what, 2 days? Got the SU-25 in the extreme summer. There's only one problem: 28 modifications to make or buy. Ah, yeah, they pretty much filled up the whole what's it called? The whole modification window with it, with the mods. Yeah, that's pretty much every strike aircraft that we'll get from now on. I wanted to get the SU, but Naval took so much out of me, especially the later stars, that I was just not gonna bother with that. Maybe if this SU will be cheap, then I'll buy it on Marketplace. Maybe. I gotta admit, I liked the SU in the tech tree. I was considering getting what's it called? The SU-39, however it's called. But I've stopped myself from spending money. I need to save money for now. Tomorrow is the 10th day of Extreme Summer. I will do 40,000 points in the plane and 40,000 in the tank. Nice. Will probably just pretty much... Well, pretty much. I've stopped caring about that. I will probably just get the camouflage for Renown and be happy with it. Maybe grind for the possibility to make Renown into a sellable coupon. Not that I intend to sell Renown. I think I like her a lot, especially as a collector's item. But maybe, just maybe, if she's gonna end up on for like, I don't know, 100, 120 or so, then I might sell her and buy something nice with her. It's not like I won't be able to buy her later. I would just gonna suck a lot. Tomorrow is the 10th star. Oh, so today I would need to grind the 9th star to get the, what's it called? The camo for Renown. I'm not gonna lie, this, besides the very crappy ending, this wasn't the worst summer event we've had for quite a while. We got pretty interesting vehicles, not only for ground. We didn't get copy-paste in naval. We got copy-paste for air, but it is a potent plane and a different version of it. So just like with MiG-21 PFM we got back in the days. Then we got Renown, we got the funny German destroyer tank. Yeah, overall, besides the... what's it called? Besides the... I mean, prevalent condition of naval, I would consider this event as a successful one. While I wouldn't say it was the best one, it was a very good one, at least. What I would recommend for Gaijin, pretty much everyone said, is to return back to task-based grind and not score-based. That would be pretty good if you ask me. First of all, it would really slow down quote-unquote bot players that would just, like in naval spawn, grind like, I don't know, 1000 or so score, die once, go out of the match because they have only one ship in a lineup, and rinse repeat for a few hours a day. They don't even have to do anything in the game, and they still can get the star pretty easily. That's why I'm a little bit salty about that. And that's why I feel like there's gonna be quite a few of premium ships and, well, the event vehicles on the marketplace, because of people who just skipped their grind and skipped their hard ships. Okay, I'm just gonna die, so unless okay, I decided to do that a little bit too late. Oh boy, it's one of those matches, is it? It was so good at the start. Hey, at least we're gonna win because I capped the point. How do I feel about that? Not so good. Okay, a win is a win. With how Gaijin boosted win rewards, get more with that 300 score on one match than if I had 4000 score in a lost match. Crazy, I know, but that's how it is in the game. Ah, naval player. Yeah, and people just trying out a new vehicle, I guess. Not that I agree with stuff like that. I do think that this is a little bit of content creators' fault, where they just show one successful game out of, I don't know, 10 or even 20, where they made big good montage from with just one tank and one plane, and people think that the content creators are that good, which they are not, because I know how many hours you have to record to get that singular good looking footage. And with my mediocre skills, I can tell you that for the 10 minutes that you see on a video, it's like 3 hours of footage that has just been carefully curated and watched, reviewed, and decided that this will be the one where when one just decimates everyone and has the best match in this vehicle in their entire life. And people will just watch that, think that if some people are good in them and telling how amazing that vehicle is, then they will do good in it too. Then they get said vehicle, spawn in it, just in it, because what's the point of bringing a lineup, right? Maybe just one backup. I'm gonna do amazing in it, and be it a tank, plane or something, and they die, they leave, pretty much lose the game, because there's not one player like that, there's quite a few of them that do the same. And then they learn this harsh truth, and they are stuck with just one top tier tank, one top tier plane. With planes at least it's just one death per match, but with tanks that you can bring as many as you want, of course, given that you have points, and for example with ships that you have 3 spawns in a ships and 1 spawn in 2 spawns in a plane, living after 1 death can be pretty detrimental to the team, if you ask me. But who am I to judge? Who am I to say anything? Maybe it's just how the game should be played. Maybe I just don't know a thing. And now we're gonna lose. Okay, I do have Cleveland. Or no, I'm gonna spawn in Phelps and go sneakily to B through that. There's a Tempest. There's a battle cruiser. There's a Scharnhorst. Okay, maybe that was a little bit of a bad idea. So maybe just go to C, not B. And not be as visible as here. No, it's this awkward silence that I could fix with background music if I had a BGM. First, I would need to either record or buy or find one that suits me and that is not a copyright infringement. I know, very hard, very interesting, very important stuff that pretty much everyone wants to hear about. It's not like everyone has this... Let's not say where. Because if I say where, then some of the people might be offended. Like, oh boy. Okay, screw your plane. Screw your plane, please. I want to kill that plane. Preferably now. Okay, so I just made it more maneuverable. Good guy, Aventer. Helps even his enemies to achieve more than they are able to. Like, what's the point of modifying your stuff? Just leave it to a Venter. Won't kill ya, won't damage ya. I'm just gonna bring out what's the best of ya. By damaging you and trying to kill you, but not killing. I work every weekends for 3 hours. French MTBs in this update. Hopefully. Hope freaking fully, because I maybe not am furious, but I am a little bit furious that we didn't get frigates or basically a coastal fleet. You get my point. Which would be very, very helpful for the sheer reason of me, for example, spawning here with just Lorraine and Paris and not being able to control C. And I pretty much would like to control C. And yes, I could go in a destroyer, but who the hell uses a destroyer? Also, by the way, can we talk about how weirdly the French Navy was released? Like, I don't mean by how weirdly as a release date or anything by that, but how it's split. Like, okay, up to 5.3 you have something, then you have nothing for 5.7 and 6.0, so no cruiser at all to complete your battleship, and then you get a quite capable dreadnought, modernized dreadnought of course, and then you get a super dreadnought from World War II. That just baffles me. Like, wasn't it that hard? Wasn't it that hard for you Gaijin to bring one 5.7 for rank 4 or for rank 5? Just one? Like, come on. It shouldn't have been that hard, and I couldn't even cap. And then, to commemorate the release of French fleet from the closed beta test, we're gonna release a Duplier, or however you pronounce that, which is basically a Colbert, but at 5.7 with 10 millimeter of more armor. Yeah, it is a bad premium. I agree. It is very bad premium. Like, come on. Colbert at 5.3, it is capable. I'm not gonna say no, because it is quite alright, but not only you get less than what you get on Colbert, because you don't get as many secondaries as many AA as you got on Colbert, you get only 10mm more armor. And with how squishy French cruisers, well, pretty much every French stuff is, you're gonna die even faster, because at 5.7 you are almost certain you will get 6.0 matchups. And at 6.0 you are fighting against Helena, you are fighting against Żelezniaków, Mikuma, Suzuya, Mogami, pretty much every way more potent stuff, like Zara for example. Every heavy will outclass you at 5.7 and every light will outclass you at 5.7. For whatever reason, it gets 5.7. And it won't go down, because every nation needs at least one 5.7 premium. Turns out France is getting the short end of the stick and gets the worst 5.7 premium ship in the game. Zara is amazing. Suzuya, or Mikuma, I'm sorry, is amazing. Żelezniaków is superb. Belfast, although not as good as before, she's still very potent, and when you hit that sweet spot of not being hit and hitting everyone, you're gonna be a beast. Prince Eugen I'm not even gonna say anything about Prince Eugen because Prince Eugen is my first premium ship, and Tiger is better, but Tiger costs... How much Tiger cost? Trade Gaijin. If even Tiger is on sale. HMS Tiger. You can't... Okay, you can buy Tiger. Tiger starts at 132 Gaijin coins. So 132 euros. Okay, I'm gonna take Belfast over that. It's a premium in the entry. It's not a premium, it's an event vehicle. See? It's only on coupon or on a marketplace, unless you were early and got the battlefield engineer. Is it better than Belfast? That's debatable. For me, Belfast is a little bit better, but maybe it's because it was in the tree many years ago. It wasn't though. I don't really remember that. So I'm not gonna argue, but I'm pretty sure that Tiger was never in a tree. And I've played Naval since the first closed beta test. So I can assure you that I don't think that it was in the tree. It was around 4,800 or 6,000 golden ingots. I feel like you've been confusing it with Belfast, to be honest, because Belfast was for this 8,000, like pretty much every non-pack premium cruiser. Then they removed it like they did with many other ships. If they did, then people would still play Naval since it started. Yeah, me too. And from what I remember, they did not remove ships. They just changed them. And if they remove something, then for example, like with Mouse, like with the famous stuff when the Germany got removed quite a few vehicles, quite a few tanks, people would still get it. People would still be able to own them. Yet I don't know anyone who owns Tiger from as a premium or as a tech tree vehicle. So sorry, you're either bamboozling me or gaslighting me, or I'm just really not remembering something, and basically the Mandela effect happened. I replaced that with other memory. But I am like 95% sure that Tiger was always an event reward. I'm not gonna argue, like I said. If you say you're right, then maybe you are, but at the same time, I'm pretty sure that I'm right also. Okay, HMS Tiger or Thunder. The Tiger class HMS Tiger C20 1960 is a gift rank 5 British light cruiser. It was introduced in an update 1.87 locked on as a reward for Battlefield Engineer event. And we did not have anything else when it comes to Tiger class in the game. No, only Tiger. So I don't know. I truly really don't know. So one of us is wrong here and the other is right. Which one? Who knows? Okay, I'm gonna spawn and quickly be right back. I need to fill my filtering jack. Oh no, it's this side. Okay, I'm back. What is happening? For sure, nothing good. Oh, speaking of Duplay. Or Duplay. However you pronounce that. French is hard. Tomorrow Gaijin will show another new vehicle? Probably. And as as next week I'm coming home to my mom's house, I feel like we will get tomorrow at Friday we will get a devlog. Dev stream. I'm sorry, not devlog, dev stream. That's pretty much how I consider stuff, like how I assess stuff when it comes to time. Because every time I'm coming home to my mom's house after work on Friday for the weekend, every time I do that, for the last 2 years, I've been missing every dev stream because every time dev stream happens exactly at that time. So this time I'm pretty certain it will happen again. Pretty certain. I would be bamboozled or flabbergasted even when that won't happen, but I will be happy because at least I want tomorrow dev stream. Nah, dev streams are at dev streams are almost always at Friday because then they have the dev stream for the whole weekend or so. So that pretty much won't change. And giving less time for players to check out and grind for the new vehicles is not really in a Gaijin way. However bad Gaijin is as a company. Real curious which naval ships will be added. Me too. I'm looking forward for the second battleship devlog. Or a cruiser. Hell. We might get some really fancy new cruiser for whatever nation. But yeah, pretty sure that Gaijin will show tomorrow yet another vehicle. They do really like to show a lot of vehicles during the weekends. With a lot, they will first add MTBs for France and that other class French heavy cruiser before they are Dunkirk. Dunkirk won't be added for a while. That's for sure. Lightning. This lightning doesn't play naval, does he? For sure not French. Oh, maybe he does. Well, whatever. The coastal fleet, the dev block. I think it will happen. I think it will be announced this patch and released. Maybe again as a closed beta test because Gaijin wants to go for as much money as they could. I don't play coastal. Me neither, but it would be nice to check them, for sure. So what the fuck is happening? I'm sorry for swearing, but why the hell everyone was focused straight at me? Only with blue water and I play MBTs. Why do I keep saying MBT? I'm not MTB. It's motor torpedo boat, not motorboat torpedo. However, motorboat with torpedoes, so the W is silent, so then MBT. Okay, that's I'm just digressing. I do only play a little bit of coastal with the French frigate. With the Italian frigate, with the Freccia. That is the premium vehicle for Italy. Got it when we were still having 2 rewards for naval on the winter and summer events, not like currently, which sucks. I miss those times when we were having, for every 3 modes we were getting both low tier, either coastal. Did you get anything from ice cream buckets? First I would have to open them, and that will be happening on Sunday, where I'm gonna be opening 100 buckets, whether on stream or just stream and then use that recording to like stream as unlisted stream and then use that to quote unquote save space on disk. And just edit a video out of that. If of course I'll get anything good from that. If not, then of course it won't happen. But I bought 100 of the ice buckets, now just grinding a little bit to not end up with 5,000 silver lions left, because that will screw me financially, even though there's the compensation going on if the economy changes, so at least I will end up at 0, so very slowly I will be getting back my money. I don't look forward to playing open 300 for sure. Did you get anything then? Was for 300. I saw that Udachi was very often dropped. So I am hoping to get Udachi, Dikos, etc. Dikos, unless it's not the Japanese girl pinups, then or pinups, then they are really not worth a lot. Fucking weebs, they were in everything. Oh, okay, I'm the last ship besides Mikuma. Very nice game. Very nice game. Fucking hell, I don't even want to spawn anymore. I won't be able to do anything in Fargo. Really cool, really cool. Everyone, okay. Yeah, everyone left after 1 death. Besides that Mikuma. That Mikuma is a Chad. For staying for 2 deaths with me. Besides that, fuck every other. Will you have a chance only for a few vehicles? Yeah, I think so too. I think so too, that you pretty much have a chance. For sure you will not get the very anticipated IS-7. That's not happening. you will probably get the low tiers. Well, low tiers. Udachi is something that drops pretty consistently, so I'm hoping for Udachi. Davis is gonna be one. Well, let me just check actually. Desert Spoon. Yeah. Where is the... Okay, ice cream bucket. Let's check the list. So vehicles, very rare, which is like 0.06% from ships, because I just want to look at ships. Haruna, Gorki, Udachi, Spey. Spey is something that drops quite a few times. And that's it from ships, so the only thing BT7 also drops, this one. Oh, nice. This one is fun to see. I'm really hoping to get Udachi, because Udachi is a unique ship that, even though you can sell them on marketplace when it comes to that, because Udachi goes for, if I remember correctly, country Japan. Yeah. Oh no, Udachi dropped actually. Okay, never mind. Because Udachi was for like 60, 70 euros. Well, I'm just converting because one gaijin coin equals 1 euro, so last time I checked it was for really for the 60 euros or something. Now she goes for 31.5. No, that's a drop, like the 0.5% off, which is not bad. I'm gonna lie. If a vehicle drops for me, then I will be happy. No matter what vehicle that would be, whether is it a tank or a plane or a ship preferably, then planes, then anything else. But I won't complain for a tank. Especially if that tank comes in a coupon, which I can then sell on a marketplace. You know, gotta keep making those gains. Okay, do you Congo? So it is 7-0. By the way, I want to get Duilio. It feels like a very fun ship to play. So, a lot of the stuff, but there's so much grind and not so many vehicles that I want to play. And currently I feel like there's only 3 nations that I want to play, even though I've researched pretty much everything, which is Britain, it gets summarized quickly. Yeah, it is. Someone put Team Fortress 2 Engineer as video thumbnail of USS Texas. She solved one of practical problems, tilting herself to get her guns fire accurate. It wasn't accurate. I do have to correct you on that. Yes, Texas crew really almost sank her, or at least half of her. But it was because they wanted to achieve more range from the safe distance. Because if Texas came closer on... Okay, let's start from the beginning. It was D-Day. Battleships were shelling the shores, clearing out German pillboxes, bunkers, MG nests, pretty much everything to help the Allies to make the naval invasion as easy as possible. Texas was quite unfortunate to be assigned to the sector where she would be vulnerable to enemy fire from the coastal artillery, from the railway guns, etc. So what they did is they just put her further away, pretty much filled half of her ballasts on one side with water to sink her on one side and tilt her, like almost least her, but not fully, thankfully, to achieve greater range. And well, they did it. And Texas survived, so she is now a museum, so I guess it worked. But yes, this is pretty much a TF2 engineer moment. Like, if something doesn't work, just beat it half half dead, and see if it works now. Apparently it works. The old technology was something else, man. You could just slap something really hard and it starts working. Just like some woman. You did not hear that. I have to clarify, this was just a joke, and this does not reflect my views about certain sociological problems. But yeah, it's... Hey man, I'll see you next stream. Thanks for dropping by and chatting, Cal. I appreciate that. See you next stream, see you tomorrow. But yeah, old technology was something else, like for real. I still have the old TV, like the old from 80s or something, which didn't work, of course, from the age. I was using it 10 years ago even, but still didn't work properly because of the age. So what was the best solution? Was pretty much to just slap the side of it sensually but hard, and everything worked perfectly fine until the cable to antenna decided to screw itself and decided to stop working. They did not make the replacement for that. Rightfully so, it was such an old cable that you can't really find a replacement for that, or for cheap, because the replacements are there on the local markets and from the private sellers, but they are pretty expensive. Not worth it. Yeah, it's cool to have this old vintage TV, but is it really worth it when for the same price of repairing it and getting the cable and getting it working, I can pretty much get myself a nice 30, well, maybe not 32, but 27-inch monitor? I don't think so. I think I'll take the monitor and use it like that. It's Still, some people are very into the retro stuff. So for them, spending the same amount of money that I would spend on new things to repair the old stuff is better for them. I respect that. Everyone has their own hobby. Mine is looking at ships and anime ships. Both of which I really, really like. I'm gonna shoot the salvo on the Des Moines, and then I'm gonna pour myself a drink. So if I'm not talking and if someone asks a question or something, then I'll answer that in a second. Oh, shit, I hit my mic. I would make myself a compote, but it's in a jar currently and I cannot be bothered to bring out my jug for that and make it for now. I'll do it tomorrow, so it will stay good for the day. Probably drink it until that. So I will have a nice fresh drink for the whole day. Really? For now it's water. Just water. Water is also fine. I like water. Just funny, like... I was checking something. What's funny about water? Like, Tarenter, have you gone mad? Yes, but it's not about that. No, but for real, for example, I don't know if you've experienced that, is what I'm talking about is when you... Okay, hello Shanghorse. When you keep drinking water for a week or so, the water starts to taste different. Like better, way better. When you drink it occasionally, it tastes good. Don't get me wrong, I really like the taste of water. But when you start drinking it regularly, like I did like 2 years ago even, then it starts tasting sweet, starts tasting way better, but at the same time you get really bored of that taste in quite literally after 2 weeks of drinking it. Water is great, but drinking only water is not that fun. Drink coffee, drink tea, drink some replacement, quote-unquote replacement. Drink something different, like freshly squeezed juice, homemade smoothies, fun stuff like that. Just trust me, don't listen to everything your doctor says. because it was recommended by my doctor to me when he heard that I've been drinking like maybe 1.5 liters of fluids every day, and he said no, it should be more. So how many of that is water? And like, I don't know, like what pure water is like half a liter or something like that. He said, are you fucking crazy? No, you have to drink pure water, like 2.5 liters of pure water, especially since you are active, blah 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 blah. Like, okay, whatever you say. So I did that. So on top of drinking 2.5 liters of water daily, difference playing water pool or model ships float. Water pool? Like, like, reformulate that, please. Reinstate your sentence, because I feel like I've understood it, yet the meaning is a little bit beyond me. Playing water pool or model ships float. That's like okay. Is my Kiwi friend up? I feel like this is a little bit too Australian for me to understand. If I assume that, well, as you have clip films Melbourne, you're from the Australia. Is he? Yeah. Oh no, he's not. Okay, I see that Scharnhorst decided to... Okay. Drop the torps. Okay, I'm dead. Well, not. I meant to put plank in Lake Beach Pool. Oh, yeah. Oh, I don't feel like there's a difference. Is there? If there is, then who knows? Ruby said, I'm not the kind of guy that goes to a beach simply because beach is like 400 kilometers away from me. Okay, not 400, but the sea beach is 400 that I intend to visit one day. Like putting model ships in large plastic containers with water. Now we're talking. But like the... what's it called? The model ships, like the models that... Oh, have I lost? Like the models that you... that you build yourself, like this plastic with these small bits that pretty much are like the figures from Warhammer, etc. Or like model ships, like the a bit cruder stuff. Can the game like not give me only the what's it called, the only African Gulf? I wouldn't mind that. I don't really like African Gulf, especially not at 7-0. Thank you very much. So like it kills my frames. People play around or used for filmings like all miniature model films. Oh, that's really cool. That is actually really cool. Kudos to you. Yeah, now I have the full image in my mind. Yeah, now that's nice. That's really cool. So pretty much you're making your own miniature movie set. If AI bots? No, AI bots are fine, my dude. And the cheaters that are using bots. Like this guy, like this guy. Like pretty much this. And I don't think like this one, but because that's renowned, but get my drift. Going back to the topic a little, I've wanted to get into the whole model stuff. I really did, and then I saw how expensive it was. And then I resigned. I am gonna buy at least one model in the future, especially the Congo model. There are quite a few there, the market. I don't know, maybe even make a stream out of that, because I feel like this is already fun stuff to chill with. Miniature models film are still rarely around, but recent was Anderson film Asteroid City, mostly train. So they are not as redundant. I had to Google that word because I wasn't sure if that was what it meant actually. They're not as redundant as I thought. Because yes, I knew that people were using like the clay models, like the stop movie. That's not what it's called, but the movie that you use stop frames for. And I did not know that the models were still used, which pleases me really, really, because It's something different when you see a detailed model used, and I don't know, in explosion, in to the whole VFX of it is way better than using a CGI. CGI is great. Yes, I do agree. CGI is great. CGI really cheapens the cost, etc. But some things are just some things you cannot just replace with CGI and expect it to have the same feeling. Yes, I'm a boomer when it comes to films. And I am very, very old when it comes to my movie tastes. Not really up to standards. I don't mind CGI. I really don't, especially since the best movies for me are either fantasy or sci-fi. I really like those. So it's kinda hard not to use CGI there. It's possible, but it won't look as good as it could be. But for that, yeah, I do have to agree that for like historical or something, miniature models are really great. A pain in the ass, I would have to assume. Pain in the ass to film. But they are pretty cool to see on the big screen. Okay, I'd pretty much like to kill that buyer. That's not Bayern, that's Dakota. I think. With another match that is gonna end up in our loss. Yeah, seems like it. Nevertheless. Lately, speaking of movies, well, first of all, no, I did not watch Oppenheimer, although I really wanted to. I just had didn't have time for it, sadly, and I missed my chance, really. And then there's this another movie. The what's it called? The historical drama, which I like too. The Jean du Barry. And it turns out this movie was a piece of crap. So, truth be said, even though I wanted to go, the reception was so poor that I felt like it would be just I would just lose money going on it. And it's a little bit of sad thing, because I wouldn't mind watching yet a good historical drama like The Last Duel. But oh boy, it is far from it. So currently there's nothing in cinema for me to watch. A shame indeed. But it is what it is, and let's keep it that way. Okay. You know what? One match I'm gonna switch to 5-3. So Atlanta, Pensacola, Northampton, Raleigh, and Phelps. Make it to make it a little bit lower. At 5-3, I would hope that I will gonna get 4-7 5-3 or 4-3 5-3, not 5-7 4-7, hopefully. Okay, so I got what? Let me check. So this started today. 4.5. 11.6. Um, 17.7 pretty much. Okay, 11.6. God damn it. Let me count. Okay, that's 17.7. 21 and 0.3. 25. 27.5. 30. Did I really earn only 30 RP in 2.5 hours? And that's 6.0. Of course it's 6.0. Of course it's 6.0 because of course I have to get an up tier. Because oh boy, what would happen if a Venter gets a normal match and not an up tier? The world would end. So I have to... Where is he? I'm gonna message one of my friends. Because we've been joking around for quite a few days lately that he's stealing all of my down tiers, and because of that I'm getting only up tiers. It's 6.3. It's fucking because okay, cool to see battleships in my 5-3 match. Really like that a lot. Andrea, Paris, pretty much every battleship, every dreadnought battleship, and modernized dreadnought battleships are here. For real. I'm just gonna... At this point, I don't even know what to assume. Okay, I get it. It's... You are such a great player that you're gonna win this match. With just one... Okay, I'm sorry. They have Andrea Doria. They have Paris. And we have 0 battleships. 0 capital ships, 0 battlecruisers, 0 battleships. What the fuck, game? We have Paula. Yeah, cool. At least we have Paula. Okay. But, and yes, I can joke that I'm just salty because... and if I can get a match like that, then I would be happy. Yes, I would be happy. That doesn't mean that I cannot be salty. Now, I'm not really salty. Okay, I had to reposition my Mac. It's not that salty that I would have to quit the game or raging, but it's just a little bit frustrating that for 2.5 hours of playing I got only one match that wasn't an up tier. Pretty much every match that I've gotten on 6.0 it was a 7.0 match, besides one. After that I've switched to 5.3 to just one match to have a little bit of fun, and we're getting 6.3 match. And you feel like this is fair. Like, I'm not about that, but game, just give me some variation. I'm a little bit sick of seeing only the same ships, even if I go lower. Yes, this is the part where I'm starting to rant. Like, okay, one Furutaka, what a difference, and one Atlanta. Yes, I'm gonna start in Atlanta also. But it's nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, that's only Andrea. It really makes me happy. That's only Andrea, that's not Paris. That's only Andrea Doria. That's only one battleship. What an really helping thought that there's only one battleship on their side. And we have none. We don't even have a Panzerschleif. So we don't have anything that can counter said battleship. I think I can counter a fucking Andrea with my guns. 25 inches. I can't even repair, because if I stop repairing, then I'm gonna sink. If I stop sinking, then I get set on fire. If I get set on fire, then I start sinking. Rinse, repeat, and I cannot even repair, because if I start repairing, then I will lose all of my crew. Because they're gonna start repairing the piano guns, not my main guns. So I'm just gonna sail away straight, or not even that, because someone destroyed my ammunition. Kako, okay. Perfect. Kako. This was a player in a heavy cruiser. Oh boy. Feels awful. To be honest, feels awful. When it comes to playing like that. Okay. Okay. I need to chill out. Oh boy. I wonder who's shooting at me. I wonder who's shooting at me. For sure it's not a battleship. For sure it's just my imagination. And it's not a battleship that will kill me in probably this salvo unless it misses. Which I'm not really... Nope. There goes my crew. There goes my cannons. There goes pretty much everything I had. Do I dare spawn in a Northampton? No way. Spawning in a Northampton is cringe. I'm back. Welcome back, L. You're right in the good moment to see me taking a big fat L. Because at 5-3 that I chose a lineup with, I got a full up tier and there's a battleship on the enemy team. And that battleship can completely decimate us. Very fun time. I cannot move left, I cannot move right, I cannot move forward. I was watching football and it was amazing. It was boo. It was a blowout. I didn't know there was a match right now. I thought that all matches were okay, maybe I mean maybe there was a match in some other league. It's 20-0. 27-0. What kind of a third league score was that? Like, excuse me for asking, because most of the matches that I've seen was like at max 5-0 or 5 something. Unless it's against San Marino. Though with San... Ah, the American football. Yeah, the thing that shouldn't be called a football. Yeah, now I know. Should have started with that. I'm okay. I'm not sorry for that. You guys just don't know why the hell some things are named the way it is. You call something a football where you play with your hands. You call... Okay, maybe let's stop. But yeah, you call a sport where it's mostly used with hands and you kick a ball once per match, once upon a time, once per year. A football where the ball doesn't... I forgot it too, but I still don't know why it's called football, but I can't call it anything else. Yeah, you can call it American football. Just like the rest of the world. Okay, I get it that most of you will just call it football, but it is American football for the rest of the world. Simply because most of the world calls football, the proper football, the soccer. So the game where you actually use foot to hit a ball, mostly goalkeeper does count because goalkeeper can only hold a ball in his hand for a few seconds. True, but when I talk to people it's so weird because everyone calls it football in my class. Well, you are in America, so yeah, of course you're gonna call it football. You're not gonna call it American football. But like for the rest of the world, like here, if I'm talking to someone and it's about football, of course, if we're talking in English language, if I call it football, then for me it's automatically the foot football, not the hand football. So they do have 2 battleships. Those bastards. Ah no, it's just one. Okay, my bad. Just like this is with my friends, but I really like to joke around and say stuff like that when they talk about feet, inches, etc. Where I remember that. Just you really don't have to. But like I said, it's like when I'm talking with my friends, etc., and they are talking about inches, miles, and all that fun stuff, and I'm like, yes, imperial system, yes, I know of it. I know there's a thing like that. I've never learned imperial system. I never probably will, and I don't know the conversion rate. The only conversion rate of the imperial system that I know is that 5 inches is 12.7 centimeters, because 5 inch or the 8 inch is 20.3 centimeters, but that's only because I play naval. And if I were not to play, then I would probably just screw off with that. Same with, for example, the bigger guns. For me, 18 inches. Well, you watched it when before. Or shit was meters and not inches and miles. Oh boy. Don't you worry, the rest of the world, besides US, Liberia, and Myanmar, if I remember correctly, has it way better. Yeah, the meters are really useful and easy to use. That's the most important part. It's easy to use, easy to convert, because everything is the decimals. So 1 meter is 100 centimeter or 10 decimeters. 1 kilometer is 1000 meters. Easy. Everything is in ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, and not like 1 mile is 247.6 feet and 17.5 inches. Of course, I don't know how many does America have to be different. Well, because America is this I like to call America this one girl that calls herself I'm not like the other girls and I'm quirky like that. I'm quirky. And is different for just for the sake of being different. Besides also don't pull out the argument we have the right to say whatever we want to because we put a man on the moon, etc., because we all know that NASA uses metric system also. The only part that doesn't use metric system is Army, Navy, and Air. NASA uses metric system also, and because of that, fun fact, because no, those guys are annoying. I didn't like America. Don't worry. I don't mind people from US like you, like some of my friends, but the America is the country of absurdity for me, and I'm really glad I don't live there. I wouldn't mind visiting you, like sightseeing, etc., but living there, hard pass. Don't get me wrong, but hard pass. I have better options. Those guys are annoying. When I'm older, I'm gonna move to a different country. Don't expect it's gonna be better in a different country. It's gonna be different. For sure, I'm not gonna say it's gonna be better. It will take a little bit of time for you to getting used to. That's for sure. If you will like it in a different country, then go for it. But sometimes it's better to, I don't know, if you have time to just, and money of course, so just go for a few weeks or month to a different country to see how it actually is living here, and then decide if you want to move out to a different country. Because moving out somewhere further than like the other part of your country is a commitment, not gonna lie. Yes, if the countries are neighboring like Germany and Poland, then you are able to, for example, go back on weekends or something like that. Or if you live near the border, then probably every day at night. Also depending on what part of Germany you're working in. But besides that, some of my family, that's a good idea. Yeah, thank you. You're welcome. But like some of my family emigrated, so they live in Belgium, in Great Britain, or in the US, and well, we basically see each other on a very big, important events. And not even that. Not even on every Christmas, not even on every Easter, like the biggest religious holidays, or anything like that. Sometimes not even on funerals of one of family members. And it's understandable, it's not that easy to just come back. You have to book a ticket on a plane, you have to go on the plane, come back here, jet lag, etc., etc. So it's not that easy to move and then like to go on just 2 days and go back to your new home even. So pretty much if you are moving to a different country, whether it's that for work, love, or whatever the reason, because there's a one reason for every band that exists on Earth. You are pretty much leaving everything behind. You don't leave the connections, but you are leaving everything behind that you pretty much won't be coming back to on a regular basis. Yeah, I'm gonna read that in a second. So I need to deal with that Eugen. Much ASAP. Okay, one down, then there's the second. Okay, never mind. I don't really get Christmas. Why is there an obese man in a red coat in the North Pole that gives gifts to people? Then we were talking about commercial Christmas. I'm talking about the religious Christmas. You know, the part about Jesus coming to the world. Yes, I am religious. Yes, I am a Catholic. I'm not converting. I'm not going atheist or so. I am Catholic in my beliefs. I'm proud of that. And the obese red man is, at least was, a historical figure, not from North Pole, but from Laponia. Or, let me check. How is it called in English? Lapland. So the Lapland in Finland is the home of Santa Claus. So, and the real Santa Claus was a bishop that basically gave away a charity for children. Gave a little gifts, not gifts like, of course it was medieval times or the Renaissance, but it was not gifts like toys, etc. There were toys, but it were mostly gifts like clothes, like something that could make them survive winter. That's why the whole legend of Santa Claus, the older man, bit chubbier, because he was a bishop, so he was wealthy, so he was chubby. In red, because bishops like to wear red. Because bishops liked to wear red, and still do, because it is their official color in pretty much I think pretty much every Christian church. And that's how it evolved. And just because right now Coca-Cola claims his image as this fat old man in red suit that lives in a North Pole and brings kids presents, that's a different part. That's a completely different story. Just like Eastern Bunny. Thank you for educating me, because I didn't learn that in school. I didn't know that. No, this is not something you will learn in school. This is something more... Well, here I've learned that from a cartoon. Because there was a cartoon, like the... I think it was a cartoon or something like that. When I was a kid, I watched that one, and I now remember that. Pretty much. Same with Eastern Bunny. This is again a tradition that evolved later and has nothing to do with the proper Eastern traditions. At least not here. Well, at the same time, there are a few traditions that you have, like Halloween, which we don't celebrate, which is a Celtic tradition. And now my phonetics teacher from the English philology would just smack me in the head and probably kill me for pronouncing Celtic, not Celtic, even though both pronunciations are correct. So the Celtic tradition of Halloween, we don't celebrate it here. We have our own Slavic traditions. The All Saints Day is more important for us. That's like the few cultural differences plus a lot of commercialism currently that is involved in that. More or less something like that. I would have to like refurbish my knowledge about some studies, etc. But I feel like this is pretty much how it is. So don't you worry. Like I said, I didn't even knew that that was a tradition, and I don't really get the way people dress up in things. Might have to look it up later. From what I know, the tradition was to either ward off the evil spirits and to I'm not gonna say it because it's not a tradition I was brought in and I've never really been interested in. We have our own traditions when it comes to spirits, like dziady, which is a Slavic tradition, sadly forgotten. That involves spirit summoning, then living gifts, conversing with them, helping them move to the afterlife. Especially the some special kinds of spirits. So for Halloween, you might have to read upon it and search it later. When it comes to Slavic / Polish traditions, then be my guest. You can ask, I can answer in the best possible way that I can. Yes, it is the word of spirits. Oh yeah, so I kinda guessed correctly. It's all pretty much, well, you can just make pretty much connect the dots and knew that a certain tradition is to either attract the good spirits or to ward off evil spirits, especially the colorful and creative dress up, cosplay or something like that, which is pretty much a cosplay of the older times. And oh hey, a discount on Thunderbolt. I wonder how big of a discount it is. Oh boy, only 1200 from 1600. Oh boy. I'm so happy for such a big discount. Maybe if it was for a 500 golden eagles, then I would consider buying the Thunderbolt. Yeah, PT811. It's alright for me. Oh, by the way, PT811. Because sometimes you do need that PT boat. And does this thing got funny AAMs? No, it does not. Okay, one more battle and that will be it for today. Sadly, not sadly, it is 3 a.m. Yes, I came back home at 10 p.m, so it took me a while to get everything ready. Of course, it's a freaking golf. Tomorrow I probably will start earlier, like, I don't know, around 3 a.m. for me, it's 9 p.m. Yeah, so I'm probably start like 3 hours earlier or something like that. It was midnight when I started, so around 3 hours or 2 hours earlier, so 10 p.m. or 9 p.m. Then the day after tomorrow, so Sunday, it would be probably like 3 p.m. for me. 4 p.m. Because I will need to go to the bed early at Sunday, probably like 10, 11-ish p.m. As I would have to wake up at 5 a.m. Very funny, at least this week. This next week, at least. So wake up at 5 a.m, then... Then at least there's gonna be quite a bit of a leeway after that. And 3 free days. That I can pretty much one day for relax, then second day for work, well, quote unquote work, for tidying up stuff, cleaning, etc. Just remember I have school in a week and a half. Oh yeah, the September is starting. Oh no, September is starting, summer is ending. Oh boy. Time for yearly summer is ending depression. But hey, at least I know that tomorrow is gonna be a hell on earth. 30 degrees Celsius. Lovely. 30 degrees. Then it's gonna be... No, the sadness of watching anime in class, no. I mean, for you it's the sadness of watching anime in school. For me it's the sadness of not being able to wear shorts. Summer is ending, it is gonna be cold. But hey, at least I know that my local convention is gonna be at the end of September. So I will probably attend it. Look at funny cosplays. Meet up with other weebs. And not only weebs. Last year was funny. Got myself a really nice mousepad and some other stuff. God damn it. What convention? It is called anime convention. Well, it's not called anime convention. It's called Moricon. But pretty much it's like anime, TCG, gaming, mostly anime or all the weeb culture, as I like to call it. A pretty small one, like not a very big, but it is still very fun to attend. Fun and cheap to attend. All the lectures are free. Yeah, there are some lectures. Probably I would have to check out, but I feel like it's gonna be like last year, so starting at Friday afternoon, whole Sunday and whole Saturday and whole Sunday almost. Which hopefully will be like that. I'm gonna probably check after stream, so I would know when it's coming and when to prepare. Where is that Eugen? Yeah, that Eugen. Very cool. Yeah, it is fun. I feel like the cosplay contest is the best part. Like, of course, I don't do cosplay. I don't intend to. But even for a pretty much regional, like local convent, you can see quite a few of very, very nice cosplays. Well, hard for you of not noticing because there's quite a few of professional cosplayers that attend here that show their latest works. But whether you like I said, whether you like games, Warhammer, or whatever else, you can find something for you. And especially since it's very close to me, I can just walk there and go back without a worry. When it gets cold, then I'm just gonna go back, grab something to eat, and grab like a sweatshirt or a blouse. Not blouse, what's it called? The jacket or something. And then go back. It's all about the small conveniences that at the end turn into big, big, happy positives. Small things just snowball into the big thing that you learn to appreciate. Okay, let's just... That my throat is dry AF, but I don't wanna end, I don't wanna stop for now at least. Oh, God damn it. Just die already. One more good salvo. Thank you. Not gonna get that kill, probably not even get an assist on it. But the less of them are here, the better. Might even win against the bots. Quite fortunate, if you ask me. not gonna lie, I feel like this was one of my more successful streams. Not the most watched, but I don't care about numbers. I care that more people like UL and the others just came, stayed and chatted. Like, what do I gain from 100 views that come and go when I can get 4 views that come and stay and that I really love and appreciate? Hearing about my ramblings, hearing about all the stupid stuff that I talk about. Yeah, I like chatting with you, man. It's fun. Thank you. I really, really appreciate that. It is fun for me too. Well, if chatting... I mean... This is kind of... a little bit out of character for me because I'm a little bit introverted, so how the hell do I like chatting so much and all the other stuff? Yeah, I do, and probably that's why my social batteries are out for the whole week. Like, I just fully go out and fully drain my batteries while chatting, while having fun here. For the whole week I'm just like maybe not exactly like that, but I don't like going out during week. Hell, I don't like going out in the weekend, but I do sometimes. Okay, that destroyer is unkillable somehow. I'm gonna switch to Eugen. So I see this. Sorry, man, I'm introverted too. Pretty much half of the... well, half, pretty much like... every person on the internet that I encounter is introverted in some way or another. Internet is a great place for introverts. Like, first you don't have to worry about like all the socialities, all the formalities. You can just speak like equals, which sometimes is a bad thing, but as always, as pretty much everything is a double-edged sword. But in this case, it is very nice. It's very nice to get to know people, to get to chat with others, to know about them. Oh, God damn it. Okay, never mind. Okay, GG. And we ended up on a win. With, nice-ish. Nice-ish outcome. Go for primary. Okay, so that will be it for today. I hope you all enjoyed that. I thank you all for those who tuned in, watched. If you want to, consider subscribing. If you don't, then that's okay too. I appreciate all of you, no matter what. I hope you have a beautiful day, night, evening, or an afternoon, wherever you are. See you next stream tomorrow. And take care. Bye bye. Aventer out.